any more small talk. Off that short pier, take a long walk. My style ain't free cause it ain't off top. I'm at your throat, go get a cough drop. I don't wanna hear any more small talk. Off that short pier, take a long walk. My style ain't free cause it ain't off top. I'm at your throat, go get a cough drop. It's kush. I love me too much and your brain turn to mush. Fall flat on your tush. You couldn't handle the product I push. I guess I'm just used to it, I just do it. Like Nike swoosh, none of that Reggie Bush. Cause I'm top shelf, I ain't got wealth. But I'm on my grind like park rails. I'd sell the shoes right off my 2 feet and add one, that's a yard sale. Got dumb bars that be smarter than Harvard, Yale. Take your pictures elsewhere. You wanna be TMZ, I wanna be VIP. Quit pandering, I'm not answering cause I don't wanna hear any more small talk. Off that short pier, take a long walk. My style ain't free cause it ain't off top. I'm at your throat, go get a cough drop. I don't wanna hear any more small talk. Off that short pier, take a long walk. My style ain't free cause it ain't off top. I'm at your throat, go get a cough drop. All of that bark and no bite, that's alright. Not everyone can be the big dog. Take a walk, kick rocks. Can't keep me out cause I pick locks. They hearing me knocking, I'll never be stopping. I keep this shit popping like lip gloss.
All right, and welcome to another episode of Unscripted. Man, it is nice. We got Gonzo on. We got our boy Logan Landers on. How's everybody doing tonight? Chris, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, other than the Reds bullpen is killing me. But pretty good other than that.
Logan, man, what's up, man? How you doing, brother? Coming off that nice win at the ballpark for you the other night.
Yeah, man, it was fun time. Went there on Tuesday night against the Athletics. Got the win, close one on Tuesday, and then last night they absolutely blew the roof off the place. I think it was like 13-2, 11-2, one or the other, and good win facing the Pirates now. So it should be continue that winning streak now. Hopefully, so fingers crossed, right?
And the thing about with Atlanta is you kind of got off to obviously a really slow start, but now you guys are right there in second place in your division. And you're making headway on who's in first place right now in your division?
The Mets.
The Mets. I mean, you're not too far off. I don't think of the Mets, are you?
We're not. We're still a good bit back because, like you said, the Mets are a really good team this year. They're actually living up to their hype, even with all their injuries. Looking at the current standings, they're still 7 games back. But I mean, the Braves are 8-2 in their last 10. The Mets are 6-4. But the Mets are one of the best home teams in baseball, though. They haven't even they got almost 20 wins at home so far. So they're making do there.
Yeah, it's interesting to me. Again, like I said, it's how well the Braves have come back is really interesting because I honestly I thought they would kind of make room and start coming back, but they are starting to come back a lot sooner than even what I thought. Yeah. What do you guys think? Chris,
I'll let you go first.
Yeah, they've been playing well. They've won 5 in a row, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think they don't move. Let me see what's that. I think it's 8-9 now. They're on a really good streak. So
yeah, they're
actually 8 in a row. Yeah, so they're looking good. Harris, the guy they brought up recently, he's been looking pretty solid. They're getting all of the guys that were injured. They're
starting
coming
to hit
back.
Ball better too. That's been the key.
Yeah, and they're starting to hit better. Not everyone. I mean, obviously you're gonna have guys that are slumping a little bit, but for the most part, everyone's looking pretty good. The pitching was really good too.
Yeah, their team ERA is only at 3.78, so their pitching hasn't been terrible.
No,
they just have, at the beginning of the season they weren't hitting the ball at all.
Yeah, and I mean, we knew the starting rotation would be fine. It's just the bullpen they got to work on. That's for a lot of teams, honestly. That just you got to make sure you have a really good bullpen.
Like
I mean, they got Jacob Webb the other day. They got him back. But I mean, they'll make some more moves, I'm sure. But so far,
right now you're sitting at number 13, I believe it is, in the power rankings, right behind Boston, who's at number 12. You both got the same record.
Yeah, 30-27.
So and you're only 7 games out of first, so I would expect
still plenty of time.
The Braves will be a little higher up in that power rankings. I think you got to look a little bit more than that.
Yep.
The Mets right now are at number 3, and the Astros are at number 4. And the Astros, man, I tell you, I don't know what it is about Seattle, but they just have our number this year. We lost another close one to them the other night. So, of course, my DMs are getting blown up every other day by Mickey Delaney, but that's all right. I keep reminding them you're second to last and I'm in first, so be quiet.
Hey, Jay, I got a quick question.
Your Stros killed me last night, Jay.
Yeah. Hey, Jay, are you worried about what's his name? Uriquity, the pitcher?
Uriquity?
He's the guy for the Astros. He's been struggling this year. Uriquity?
Yeah, when it
He's
comes
got
to
a
your committee, he's
ERA
always
right
kind
now.
of an up and down kind of pitcher, man. Ever since he's been with the Astros, that's always been kind of, in my opinion, the soft spot in their rotation, to be honest with you. And he's just a kind of a hit or miss guy. I expect him to be a
He
little
did
bit
really
better
good
as
in
the
the
season goes along.
playoffs. I think it was last year, the year prior, he did really good.
Well, the thing about it is, though, too, Logan, is that our offense was scoring a lot better last year than they are this year. So they kind of made up for what he kind of lacked on. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and right now, guys are hitting 320 against him. So I mean, he is just struggling at the moment. So I don't know, he might get sent down, put in the bullpen. I'm not sure, but you can't. It's hard to be a starter with a 5+ ERA right now.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, you can carry a lot of things when your offense is producing, but as this year they're not producing, it really exposes you for who you are. And so, I think they're really getting a good look at that. And I really kind of believe the Astros knew that all along. The management did.
I mean, like you said,
really
you lost Correa and you lost Springer. I mean, those are just two. I mean, those are. I mean, I think you're seeing now that how big of a part of the lineup they were. I know the team's still doing great because I mean the ALS just sucks. But I mean,
oh yeah.
I mean, we're not going to talk about the Angels on this show, are we? I hope God we're not.
Hey, before we get this show kicked off, I didn't put this in the slides, but I just kind of saw this. I kind of saw it today, actually, where the PGA is suspending 17 players to include Mickelson and Johnson for joining the live golfing events and things like that. So now they're suspending them, saying, "Hey, if you're going to go join live, you can't come back over here and play in the PGA." Is that just like a little kid stomping his feet in the ground because they're wanting to do other things? I mean, to me, it seems kind of crazy.
I'm kind of surprised, but I just figured that once they would sign I don't know when the live starts. I have no idea if it's this year, if it's next. I don't know when.
No, actually,
live this year.
I think it's next Thursday. I think
So then okay. Well, I mean, I guess that those guys thought that they'd be able to just dual enroll pretty much and do both. The PGA just doesn't want any part of it. So I mean, God, those guys get signed to massive contracts. My God, they're getting signed to 7-8-figure deals here. I mean, I saw that. I think Dustin Johnson
in every tournament had like a $4 million cash prize.
Yeah, I think I forget how much he earned in his career on the PGA Tour. It was under $100 million, I'm sure, but he signed a contract with the Live for like $130 million.
Yeah, for more than what Tiger Woods has made in his career.
He's making more off this one contract than Tiger made his whole career, which is insane to me. And ain't no telling what Phil's getting paid. Phil's probably getting paid double.
I think it's just about the PGA wanting to keep their monopoly on golf.
Yeah, I think so. They're just wanting to. Yeah, I mean, obviously they are the top golf destination for pro athletes, and now that we're seeing a new competitor for the first time in I don't know how long, they're wanting to just retain their guys and make sure, hey, if you want to come do this, that's fine. If you want to go over there, but you're not coming back.
Let me ask you one last thing before we get into this, because I just want to think. So Brady, there's been rumors that he's got a rift with Arians and that there's been interest with him and the Dolphins, whether it be a front office capacity or coming in as a quarterback. What do y'all make of this? I mean, Brady says there's no rift with Arians. He said, right now he's all about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and that whatever happens after that will happen. And I kind of agree with that. I don't think, obviously I know he's focused on the team, but at what level do you think that this rumors will it have on his upcoming season?
I don't think it'll be any cause for concern. I mean, if he was going to go to Miami, he would have went to Miami. I think he'll be solely focused on the Bucs. I mean, they're a good team. They're going to win the South. I mean, I feel that if he does ever go to Miami, it's not going to be as a player. It's going to be as a front office personnel.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he'll be a coach. I just don't see that. I see like executive but maybe owner. Who knows? But I don't see being a coach.
I think Peyton and Brady are going to buy a team together.
But you don't think that there's going to be any kind of resentment between Brady and the front office or Brady and management with the Bucs?
I don't see that.
I don't see that either.
I just thought that it was Arians just stepping down. I never thought there was any kind of controversy.
Everybody said there was always something between him and Belichick, and he still performed. It wasn't like he didn't go out there and take care of business. So
we're talking about your favorite, really, Thomas Edward Brady.
Thomas Edward Patrick Brady. Pride is on the show. You better get it right.
I don't have his Wikipedia page.
Hey, Pride will correct you real quick. What's up, Pride?
I don't even know if I want to stay on because the fact that you disrespected Tom Brady and like that, I just might leave.
Look, I forgot one name. All right, yeah, cut me some slack. All right, I missed Tuesday's show. I'm a little bit rusty. Okay.
This is Thomas Edward Patrick Brady, and he said you better get it correct or he ain't coming on here no more.
That's all right. Next time we do a Patriots topic or talk about him, I will be sure to address him by his full name.
Hey, listen, I don't know if Rob's going to come for the heat or not.
I don't know, man.
I thought he said he would, he would try to get on the show. I guess we'll have to wait and see, man. I got to tell Pride, hey, man, listen, I was wrong, man. Hey, your Celtics came out and did it. And, let me ask, I guess, Pride, I'll start you off, man. Listen, it's been kind of a back and forth in terms of winning between these two teams. Do you see that pattern continuing, or are these Celtics going to pull off the 2-0 upset at home on the Golden State Warriors?
You already know his answer to that, Jay. Come on.
I'll let you guys go ahead. Go first. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Jay, Boston's been playing really good. Tatum's been nice. Brown's been good. Smart's been – all the guys that we thought should be doing good are doing really well. As for the Warriors, I mean, Steph's doing his thing. Clay's doing what he's got to do. Draymond is the worst player on the court right now, by far. And if hopefully he figures something out, because that game the other night was just atrocious. He combined for, I think, 9 in terms of points, assists, and rebounds. It was a grand total of 9 combined for all of those, if I'm not mistaken. And I know that he's not a scoring threat or any means, but, I mean, my God, if your number 3 option is sucking like that, it's going to be a rough night. So if he can, get out of foul trouble and keep his emotions on check. I don't care about the podcast stuff I've been seeing all day. I don't care about that. That is a non-factor to me. If Michael Jordan could be gambling till 4 a.m, if Dennis Rodman could be at Nitro the night of or whatever, I don't care what they do in their free time. But if you're on the court, make the best of it, man. I mean, he's a multiple-time champion. He should know better than this. And I would think he would have a better game in coming up on game 4, because, I mean, he's had 2 really bad games in this whole series.
Gonzo, when Curry went up and shot that 3 ball and then landed awkwardly on Horford's foot or leg, he laid on the ground for a little bit in pain, and then he kind of got up, walked gingerly. And then after the game, when he was going to the press conference and then when he left the press conference, he was still kind of favoring that leg. And then they say Thursday, he's walking just fine. So do you think what factor do you think Curry's leg or injury or anything like that? He's going to play. He says he's playing game 4. So do you think it'll have any impact at all on the way he performs?
I don't think so. I don't think it's that. Yeah, that's that serious. If they're saying that he's all right, he's gonna be able to play tomorrow. But some other players on the Warriors team is going to have to step up, or it's not going to matter, because Thompson played better last night, but then Poole didn't play very well.
Mm-hmm.
So the Warriors are going to have more guys, especially if Draymond Green's going to play the way he's played the last 2 games.
Yeah, it's been rough.
No, the Celtics defense, that's probably their best performance I've seen in the playoffs. They look tough.
Yeah, that was. I'm with you. That was probably their best defensive output.
They played some great defense. So you have to give it up to the Celtics. They came ready to play, and the Warriors couldn't match their intensity last night.
100%.
So Curry basically compares this to the foot sprain that he suffered with Marcus Smart back in March or late March against the Celtics. He said he missed a month then, but he says that I guess he's had about 10 and a half hours of sleep, a couple of dunks in the ice tank, and I guess according to him, he should be fine. So I don't, like you said, I don't think it's going to be an effect. I think Curry is going to go out there and do what Curry does. I do kind of expect it to be back and forth. Celtics obviously capitalized a lot during that first part of the game. And then, of course, they capitalized towards the end of the game. They just stayed, true. Brown, really did a great job scoring. And Horford, he did a good job. So the Celtics as a whole, the whole team really kind of showed up. I still kind of don't like the fact that Tatum went 9 of 23, but he did, he did score points. He had 20 Pride. I'm probably gonna get this wrong, so don't shoot me. I think it's around 25-26. But the one thing I wanted to point out about that Celtics is since 1984, back in those Laker days, this is the first time since '84 that a trio of players, that trio being Smart, Tatum, and Brown, averaged 20 points, 5 and 5. So, I mean, they played a good game. All three of their guys that they needed to step up did their job. And, man, I just got to believe that the Warriors are going to snap back, and it's going to – I think they're going to take game – was it 4?
Yeah.
So we'll wait and see. But, hey, man, hell of a good game, man. Pride, give me your take, brother.
I want to try to say this the nicest way possible. Today's a nice way. So I'm going to come on and say it for all the people who are saying Warriors in 5. You need to come see me. And I mean this literally with all due disrespect. I hope the next time you guys go in your car, I hope it runs out of gas. Down the street from your home.
Oh, no.
Yep, right down the street from your home too.
Hey, Rob does need to train, so maybe the vending machine won't have train tickets for him.
Okay, out there.
Right, that's cruel. You know how insane gas prices are, man? It's about $4.50, $5 a gallon now. That's cruel and unusual punishment, my friend.
Matter of fact, I hope it's $6.50 for the individuals who said that. I said what I said and I meant it. No, we're not going to listen, man. I've been told that from the jump. The Boston Celtics, we're a good team. We deserve to be here. We thought in 5, you're an idiot. Again, with the utmost disrespect possible. It's just crazy how all of a sudden the same people who said that, where they at? No, I can't see them. It's crazy. I'm putting APBs out for people that I haven't seen in the grip. It's insane. But in terms of the back and forth, I gotta say yes because I said Celtics in 7. So and they gotta be consistent. So I think it'll be back and forth. I think we're going back to chase 2-2. But again, who cares? Golden State just can't handle. They just can't, unfortunately. And I'm not even trying to be rude or anything like that. But let's be honest, bro. Yeah, Steph is doing Steph things. Hats off to him, right? The guy's a superstar, right? Outside of that, they're bums. I mean that, of course, with all due disrespect, of course.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, they're all playing bummy, so it's like, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, Steph's having one of his best finals.
Yeah, I think people are kind of like devaluing how good he's been, just because I mean the team around him has been struggling, and also too just how good the Celtics have been. It's just I think people are kind of just it's getting overshadowed just how well he's played.
That Celtics defense last night was man, they were on point. They were on point. It was fun to watch.
Let me ask Pride a question. On the morning show, Christopher Brown said that if the Celtics win the championship, that Jaylen Brown should be the MVP of the finals. How do you feel about that? Him saying that, Pride? Pride said, I'm not even answering it. Yeah, I'm not even going to go there. But he does make a good case for Jaylen Brown. I mean, I don't think it's necessarily a bad take that he should be. Now, obviously, if the Celtics win, I'm sure probably Tatum will get it. But Brown does make a good case for the MVP. He really, if you look at his stats and look what he's done with that team, he really does make a good case.
As of right now, if it's Celtics won it, I think Brown would be the MVP.
I think so.
Right now,
he's just playing a little bit better.
And again,
in terms of a team aspect, you know what I mean?
Right. Yep. And then you look at the flip side. You know, I think that if Golden State, wins the series, then I think we're looking at probably Curry. I mean, I don't see how Curry would not get
Curry with a lock. Yeah.
I mean, he should have got it the last time, but they gave Durant. The last time the Golden State Warriors won was when Durant was there, and of course Durant got the MVP. Of that series. So I think Curry is due. I think he's due for his MVP.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I mean, he's their obviously their heart and soul. He's their best player right now. There's no one even touching him in terms of that MVP vote.
So, one of the things I liked about that, if y'all watch that game, I thought one of the best. I thought one of the best plays in that series, and I said that on the morning show as well, was when they got that 7-point possession. It was really 2 possessions, but it happened in a weird way. It's such that, like I said, when Curry hit the 3 ball, he got fouled. So that gave him 3. Then he hit the 1 point, which gave him 4. And then because it was a flagrant foul on Horford, they got possession. So when they got possession, the ball comes out to Porter, and then Porter knocks down the 3, and it made, that 1 possession into 7 points. And I mean, it was, if you watched that, it was probably it was really, really nice the way Golden State handled that whole possession from the beginning to the end.
That was a phenomenal possession. It was honestly the best possession, honestly, this entire postseason. They did all that work to still lose by double digits. So why are we talking about it? What are we doing here?
Hey, listen, Pride, I get it, man. Hey, I know. Hey, Pride is hey, he wants all that disrespect. So go ahead. But again, man, hey, listen, I think the series, one thing I love about this series versus the other series in the past was I felt like a lot of the playoffs previously up to this one have just been kind of super teams that you kind of already had an idea of who you thought was going to win right off the rip. I mean, you know what I'm saying? From the Miami days to the Laker days with Bron and the bubble and all those Golden State dynasties. I mean, I feel like this is the first time when they come into a series where, it's a little bit of like you just don't know who's – I mean, you can speculate. I got the Warriors in 6, but I got to be honest with you. The way these 2 teams are going at each other, on one in, one off, it does leave for a lot of mystery as to who really is going to take it.
Yeah, I mean, this, like you said, I mean, we've seen a lot of blowouts in these playoffs, not close games. Like I said, I know the Warriors lost by double digits last night, but I mean, the game feels competitive at least. It's not totally one-sided. It's back and forth finally. That's honestly just what we've been waiting for this whole time.
Right. And even in this game, Golden State did come back from having points down and did come back to a 2-point lead. And then, of course, they go on to lose. But, I mean, it was competitive. It wasn't just like, okay, this team's going to lay down and they're just going to run over. You know what I mean?
Right. They're fighting. They're clawing back. It's not like they're just laying down and taking it. They're actually trying to get back into the game, which you like to see.
I thought it was kind of hilarious when Draymond's wife she did that long tweet about how she was pissed off that the Celtics fans were saying F you to Draymond and all this. And she said how classless that they would never do this in Golden State. When damn good and well in Golden State, they were doing the same damn thing.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Draymond, I tell you what, that whole thing, him and his wife, that just kind of thought me
for
no,
he needs to quit worrying about trying to antagonize and just play basketball. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I tell you, in this game, foul trouble certainly did hit the Warriors. 23 fouls compared to the Celtics 17. Of course, Draymond fouled out with around 2:12 left to go in the game. Not that he was really doing a lot. Played 35 minutes and 2 points. So I don't know if it really affected Golden State a whole hell of a lot. So, but yeah, man. Hey, Celtics came out and they controlled the major categories. They got them in rebounds. They got them in turnovers. And they got them in points in the paint. And when you're controlling the game like that, it's really, really hard to win. Or, if you're Golden State, it's really hard to win that game when you're, giving it the 3 major categories. So, hey, hats off to the Celtics. Sons of bitches. All right, folks, man. Pride, man. Hey, if Rob's watching, do you have any final departing words for Rob Scott since he didn't make it on the show today?
Imagine thinking Golden State would win in 5. Could never be me. Never be me.
Hey, like I said, I think realistically, I felt like it was going to be. I still feel like it's going to be 6. I think Golden State is 6. I felt like the Celtics would at least get 1 or 2 games out of it. Possibly, I really felt like 2. But yeah, man, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Of course, the next game is going to be the telltale. And yeah, man, damn, it's going to be. The next game, I feel like it's going to be really gritty because I think there's going to be a lot of physical play. And I do expect to see a lot of fouls in game 4. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not even trying to be rude, and I'm not even trying to be like a fanboy.
Yeah.
But like saying that it's going to be a physical game, that is probably the last thing Golden State really needs because the only quote physical guy that they have is Draymond Green, and I don't know why no one's talking about it. We're seeing Draymond start to unravel a little bit. Like before, like with Grant like bumping into him, he wouldn't have cared back then. You know, he probably would have said some stuff, you know, to get him teched up. But now we're kind of seeing Draymond unravel where like now the littlest things gets in his head. And now he's, you know what I mean? Like now he's like, again, you go to Draymond and be like, yo, Draymond, you're a bum. All of a sudden, before he would have just laughed and like muttered the word bitch or something. Now my guy out here like going through like a depression and like going to the refs like they're his psychiatrist, and he's like, he said this. Like Draymond is low key unraveling, and if that's the toughest guy on your team, like you do not want physical play at all, especially Steph, bro. You saw Steph, he dove for a ball, couldn't get it, and all of a sudden he was like, oh yeah, my ankle. Like, wait, time out. It's funny because after that, Steph started going on my ankle, and then what did he do? He literally ran line to line. So okay, so your ankle's really not bothering you. Jordan Poole tried to grab his shoulder. I'm like, homie, you dove at the end of the play. What do you mean your shoulder's hurting you? So it's like, are you sure a gritty kind of tough game is? Because for years that's been Golden State's weakness. For years it's been you get physical with them. That's how they lost that 3-1 lead. Because when that's a 3-1 lead, and no, I don't want anyone to tell me, oh yeah, because Draymond, it wasn't because of Draymond. Excuse me, it wasn't because of Draymond. It's because the Cavaliers got more physical with them. They got physical and they forced it to be low-scoring games. That's historically been this team's weakness. So if they need to rely on like a low-scoring physical game, dog, you're literally playing right in the Celtics' hand. And again, you couple that with the fact that again, Steph Curry is showing up. Steph is doing everything he can. I think this is the first time in the final where you cannot blame Steph. Win, lose, or draw, you cannot blame Steph. You can't look at Steph and be like, yo, you sold. When Steph is the only one stepping up and everybody else is like a roller coaster. Y'all heard what Isaiah Thomas said about Draymond after the game?
No, I didn't hear that. What did he say?
He said you put up, I think it was like 4 assists, 3 boards, and 2 points. That's grade school. That's a grade school game. And he's right. He's right. But that's what Draymond's been doing. Like, that's kind of been literally just Draymond.
Oh, yeah,
right?
Draymond has been terrible.
Right. So you can't expect Draymond to be the scorer. The other guy that you expect to be the scorer in Clay, he's going through it, right? He had a like a lot of people are kind of excited about his game 3, but let's be fair here. That wasn't a great game 3. Like if we're talking about
it wasn't. Thompson, it wasn't.
That was. I mean, if you want to say good, fine. But for Klay Thompson, he not only the team to be better, but same thing with Jordan Poole. Now I'm starting to notice that with Jordan Poole. As soon as this ball, bro, he gets nervous too quick. I don't know if it's the playoffs. I don't know if now that like we're stunting double teams at him or what it is. But like as soon as he hears sneakers, he panics. He gets nervous. He doesn't know what to do. There's been a lot of times he picks the ball up because he thinks a double team is coming. And then he's stuck. And now he's kind of like pivoting. There's been multiple times where, in my opinion, he traveled. And there's been even more that it was real close. Because he's just panicking, picking the ball up, and he's putting himself in an awkward situation where, okay, I got to get rid of the ball. But then you got smothering defense on you. So go to step up.
And that's the thing. So so basically what you're feeling, and I understand where you're coming from. If the Celtics continue to be physical with the Warriors, then that pretty much will be the Warriors' downfall. Because that's kind of their weakness is that they're a little bit soft.
I'm not going to say soft. I'm just going to say they can't handle that style.
Right.
Because Golden State is a finesse team.
Yeah, I get that. I definitely agree with that.
You know what I mean? So, like, if they're a finesse team and you now have to go into a bump-em, banging, bruising type of style, name me one person on that team that can handle that style. Like, think about it. Who can really handle that style? Like, Draymond? But then again, like, you're not asking Draymond to give you 30, and everyone's going to go back and go, oh, yeah. And I think it was in 2016, Game 7, he had 32 points. What did he do? The past 3 games that he played, he gave you 32 in those last 3 games. So if you expecting Draymond to come out here and give you 32 to get you a win, can he do it for 1 game? I don't know. I would have put faith in him to do that. But let's say he does 1 game. Draymond's not a scorer. That's not his job. He's not going out there to give you 20, 25.
He's your defensive and rebounder.
Right. That's him, and then also like the initiator of the offense. So that way, Steph and Clay can kind of just run around, run around the screens, and get wide open threes. So it's like you're looking at a facilitator to score. That's basically like going and asking Rondo, all right, Rondo, look, bro, we gonna need 30 from you. He gonna look at you like, what are you talking about? Like it's the same thing. It's like that's not him, right? So now you got Steph doing everything he can. Clay is, game 1 and game 2 was horrible. Game 3, respectable, but bro, that entire team got to step up, and not even the entire team. I would say more Jordan Poole and Draymond. Clay did something game 3. Let's see if we can bring it into game 4, right? So for now, I'm gonna give Clay the benefit of the doubt, right? Because we've seen him kind of, this year with the injury, been a little slow, but then he'll pop off, and all of a sudden he's great again. So, I'll give him some time. But Draymond, bro.
Yeah, I'm looking at more like Poole and Wiggins. I got Poole and Wiggins. I feel like they're the ones that really need to be that next up. Not, I think
I mean, still too. I think people I think people just put in the back of their minds that Clay's coming. He's still coming off 2 major knee surgeries, leg surgeries.
Yes,
as a jump shooter.
You're usually better in year 2 after that.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. You kind of do need other guys to step up because you can't put all that on Clay because Clay just coming back.
Jordan Poole has to step up and play.
Exactly.
Right. We need to see we need to see the Jordan Poole that we saw early on the playoffs, pretty much the whole regular season. Mm-hmm. And we just haven't seen it quite yet.
Hey, but I do want to say how happy I am to see Clay out there. I mean, he's doing really good. He hasn't had any setbacks on his knees, so it's just good to see him back after those injuries, The
game is better whenever he's in it. I mean, he's one of the best pure shooters that we've ever seen.
Oh yeah, no debate whatsoever there. You know what I mean? But it's just,
but we gotta give him his flowers.
Right, but as much as a pure shooter you are, you're not gonna come back from 2 very bad injuries like that. Again, injuries like and this we also need to talk about this. Those type of injuries he suffered back to back ends careers.
Oh yeah. The ACL alone usually ends careers.
That's what I'm saying. Like
he might not.
I mean, the Achilles is the one that usually ends careers,
and he might not ever get back to the level he was at.
Right? Like think about it. For every Achilles injury there's ever been, how many guys came back exactly how they were? There's only one off the top of my mind, Hakeem.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong, you let me know. Hakeem was the only dude who tore his Achilles.
I think KD's close.
Yeah.
And KD, no, you're right. Yeah, Hakeem and KD. Yeah. I'm dumb. I forgot that happened to KD. But Hakeem and KD. But those are the only 2 outside the countless cases. So it's like it's a torn ACL, then a torn Achilles. Again, those two injuries alone could end a guy's career or at least change it.
Absolutely.
Back and literally had to miss like what?
2
almost
seasons.
70,000.
He missed about 2 seasons.
Yeah, he missed 2 seasons because he got hurt in the finals, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And then he missed all that. Yeah, he missed pretty much 2 seasons.
Right. So now you have all that. Now he comes back and you're like, all right, Clay, we need you to be the Clay of old. And it's like, can he get there? Maybe, but right now, no way. There's no way you can ask him to do that stuff because there are times where Clay will be walking and you see him grab his knee. You see him at the free throw line. Whenever they're at the free throw line, watch Clay. Clay literally goes to his Achilles and rubs it, kind of like not. It's almost as if come on, relax. Like it's almost like he feels something, and in his mind he's like, yo, I feel like it might go again. So you kind of catch him rubbing himself like, Woosah, and then he'll look at Steve Kerr, and Steve Kerr takes him out.
And that's got to mess with your confidence. That's got to mess with your mental confidence,
Yes, man. Like those 2 injuries are definitely going to mess with your confidence. So it's like that's why this year you need other guys to be able to step up. A guy like Jordan Poole, who we all believe could potentially be a superstar. Now all of a sudden you hear sneakers and you're picking up the dribble and you're 10 steps behind half court. You are the 3-point line. You literally just got within half court. You hear Spencer and you're picking the ball up. And now what are you doing? Now you're basically freezing and stalling the offense. So now he needs to panic, throw the ball out, and now guess what? Instead of having, let's say, 20 seconds on the shot clock, guess what? Without the panic and all the franticness and all that, until they finally get the ball in somebody's hands to calm everything down, you look up, all of a sudden it's 13. So now you have plays where you can either use 14 seconds of the shot clock, 16 seconds there are some plays that you have that depends on the shot clock. You look up and see 13 seconds, half of your playbook is now gone. Like
Right.
half of whatever your coach dropped is gone. So now it's like a pure instincts thing. But then Jordan Poole, you see it. Whenever Jordan Poole sells, he gets nervous and he kind of like puts himself in the corner. And that's not something you got to do. That's something you got to do that, sure, you messed up. Like, you messed up. It is what it is. But you need to be able to shake that off and move on, because if not, bro, people ain't gonna be confident you even touching the ball, never mind even playing.
Exactly.
All right, Phil. Hey, real quick, and I'm not going to go too far in this, but, I did read an article earlier yesterday on Jason Tatum and his backstory, how Jason Tatum came to get into the league, how he actually got to Duke, what he went through in his childhood with his mother. Man, if y'all have time, go back and read that article. I'm pretty sure it's still on ESPN, but, man, his backstory is just phenomenal, man. And how he got to where he's at is just it really pulled at my heart, man. I am pulling, I like Jason Tatum, and I really do hope that he does just even more spectacular things, because, it's good to see, what his mom did for him and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. It's just a hell of a good backstory, man.
They showed a video clip where it was kind of like Jason Tatum talking about his life, and he actually went to the house that he used to live at. He actually went to the house, and he's like telling, kind of like telling stories about his life and all that stuff. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, bro, that's some real. And honestly, this is not even me talking basketball. I ain't talking basketball at all when I say this, but like when you hear stories like that of what guys go through, and to be able to not be a piece of shit person is, in my eyes, honestly, such a massive. It's a massive testament of your character.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
And not being like, I know it's probably in poor taste to say this, but imagine you went through everything you went through, and you're not Aaron Hernandez. You're not still doing your.
Oh no, exactly.
You're not Akeem Talib that's still carrying around heat, knowing that you're suspicious. Let that say, like, that's something that people really don't talk about, man. So it's like hearing his story and whatnot, bro. Like that's inspirational stuff right there. Like,
I tip my hat off to Bradley Beal, because Bradley Beal really played a good instrumental part in Tatum's development as well. Because he vouched for him when he was in middle school, trying to get him with that shooting coach, and then he got him in with the shooting coach, and then giving him rides to practice and things like that. And his mom tried to, offer money and things like that to Bradley Beal as a payment for giving him rides. And Bradley's like, no, that's my little bro. I got him, don't worry about it. I mean, just, it's like I said, go read the backstory, because it's just amazing.
And that's another thing, too. Like, a testament to Bradley Beal, too. Like, one of the biggest knocks on Bradley Beal was the fact that he doesn't really show to be a leader. But, like, when you actually go look into all of it, it's not that he's not a leader. It's just more along the lines that he doesn't feel like leading. Like, if he doesn't care about you, he's not going to talk to you. He's not going to try to help you out because he doesn't care. He reminds me more of an emotional leader. A guy who
I agree.
To be cool with you. He needs to rock with you before anything.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. Absolutely. Hey, folks, Deshaun Watson, man. Here's the deal. So, 66 massages. The Houston Texans now are linked to have been providing the room at the hotel for him to get his massages at. 24 women come out. Out of the 24 women, disclosures were put out, and non-disclosure agreements were put out. $100,000 keep your mouth shut payments were offered. And out of the 24 women, 4 of them refused to sign the NDA, and 4 of them refused to take the $100,000. And honestly, Miami was going to pull the strings on it. What Miami required to make the trade happen was that they needed all the NDAs done, and they needed all the cash payments and the lawsuits settled. And then they were more than willing to pull the strings and bring Deshaun Watson to Miami. But because those 4 women held out and didn't sign the NDAs and didn't take the $100,000 and do the cash settlements, that basically was the end of Miami's pursuit of Deshaun Watson. And when it came to the Browns were willing to overlook everything. Of course, at that time when the Browns took him on, the last 2 allegations weren't there. It was just a 22 original. But the Browns were like, you know what? We want him anyway. Here's the draft picks. Deshaun, here's your 230. Here's your sign. And let's just roll with it and see what happens. And then, of course, lo and behold, now the next 2 women come out And according to dailysnark.com and Pro Football Talk, Cleveland could void the fully guaranteed contract over the 24th lawsuit. And I'm assuming that's if he gets indicted and has to go through the court process and things of that nature. The 24th complaint could land, like I said, an indictment because he begged her to touch his penis and asked her, "Where do you want me to put it?" And then he ejaculated on her breast and her face, and then asked her for sex.
That ain't looking too good.
You can't make it up.
I'm not trying to say this is funny, but Jay, never say that again in your life, bro. You just made a serious situation extremely comical just by the way that you delivered it. So if there's anything else that comes out, Logan, can you please say it? Because like I don't want to laugh and make it seem like I'm taking this lightly, but when you said it,
no, I'm saying it more like in a way of like I guess.
I'm not gonna lie. I started.
Like
I
Deshaun
started
Watson. Like how are you not denying this? Because this is what he's asking. Like, is it really happening?
Hold on, Gonzo. You know what I meant, right?
Yeah, I know what you mean because I was starting to laugh. I was starting to laugh.
Okay. As long as I'm not here by myself, I got someone backing me up. Thank you, Gonzo.
You're not here by yourself, but I mean, I'm just saying, how crazy is what he's doing?
I mean, 24 allegations is a lot, and like you said, Jay, I forget the numbers. You said what, like 60 massages over the course of
66. They were different massages, different women.
Right. I was about to say, it's been
19
66 masseuses. It's not 66 massages. It's 66 masseuses.
That's insane, bro.
That makes it even worse.
No, if I'm Cleveland, you might have just pulled off the stupidest move of your franchise's history. You said, and I quote, they said they wanted a man with true leadership or something like that, right? With good character. And then here comes Deshaun Watson. Plus, they don't have anyone if this guy's not even going to play this season. Baker Mayfield aren't going to start. He's not at mini camps. He's pissed off at him. I don't blame him. Damien said Watson's career is dead no matter what happens, innocent or not. His football career is over, and his life will never be the same. I believe his life will never be the same. Because, I mean, this isn't just one or two women we're talking about here. This is 24. That is a lot of evidence against you. And whenever this court hearing is for all of this, it is going to be very interesting. I think, I mean, the way it's looking, right? And obviously, I know it's innocent until proven guilty. But at the moment, it's looking like the Browns are going to have to void that contract.
They are. I think they do.
It is looking more and more likely, just based off the facts that have been reported.
No, but here's the thing. I don't think they void the contract.
What do you think they do then?
I think they keep him.
So you're going to keep him for a year, for however long he gets suspended. We'll just say a year, maybe two, right? Out of a 5-year deal?
What choice do you have?
Well, think about it. If this goes to indictment, if this 24th and goes to indictment, that means he's going to be held out. He's got to be held out. I don't think they let him actually play a game in the NFL until his criminal case is over with, number one. I think absolute worst case scenario, Deshaun Watson never plays football again. Best case scenario, in my opinion, is that he probably won't be back on the field for at least 3 years. 3 years at best. The problem is
what you guys are looking at it. You're looking at it depending on the case, depending on the lawsuit. I'm looking at it from the Cleveland Browns side of things. Think about it. They took him when he had 24 allegations. 24. What's the difference between 24 and 26? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And now you couple that with the fact that now Baker's like, LOL, I'm going. Don't excuse me, I don't bother me with this foolishness. You take all that into consideration, they have no choice. You have to write it out with Deshaun Watson. You have no choice. Because think about it. You avoid Deshaun Watson, he goes into, exile, whatever the case may be. And then Baker don't come back. You stuck with Jacoby Brissett. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. That's for sure. Yeah, it ain't looking too good. There's a lot of evidence. Then we'll see what happens in court, though, man. Jesus.
Yeah, and again, I think they wind up voiding it. I just do, man. I think Cleveland's going to wind up voiding that contract, and I think they're going to have to make up a Baker and somehow solidify and pacify Baker. I think Baker goes back one more year. I think Baker's going to be available for free agency in 24, and somehow or another, Baker's going to have to realize, look, this is my chance to show really, what is the best I can do, because this should be a contract year for him somewhere else. I don't think Baker stays with Cleveland. I think he goes somewhere else, but this could be, to Baker's advantage to ball out, if he can ball out, and then try to land a contract with somebody else, and then just get out of Cleveland altogether. I think at the end of the day, Cleveland's going to be in a really bad spot, because I don't think they're going to have Baker in 24 or Deshaun available in 24, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, this ain't looking good for the Browns.
But then again, I can see what Pride's saying too. So, I guess we're going to have to wait and see how this really unfolds. But either way, I think Cleveland is just in a world of craziness at this point. And I think they probably are kind of regretting at this stage, bringing him on, because they gave up draft. Now, the question is, if they do void the contract, would the league then give the draft picks back to the Browns, or does Houston, in fact, keep the draft picks?
I'm not sure about that, but one thing I am kind of curious about too, and what I want to hear more about, the Texans knew about this and didn't do nothing.
Oh yeah, I agree.
The Texans are getting sued now as well.
Are they? Okay.
Well,
So
trust me, it's going to follow the Texans too at some point. Lawyers, them lawyers, they're going to trust me. They're going to go after the Texans too.
Yeah, but to answer your question, Jay, if they void the contract, that does not have any type of ramification on what the Houston Texans receive. The only way it'll have any ramification is if the Browns go to the league and request that the entire deal gets voided. Now,
and that's kind of what I was wondering. That's what I was wondering.
There's a deadline. There's a deadline, and if they do that, I don't know if the NFL will do that, because they're gonna be like, hold on, bro, I don't know about all that, because if they do that, guess what? Deshaun Watson goes back to being a Houston Texan. Are we sure the Houston Texans want that? And I'm not even talking about from a sports point of view. They're getting sued, but the thing is, they're able to keep it quiet. Why? Because Deshaun's not there. With Deshaun Watson not being there, the Houston Texans are quietly trying to do everything. They're trying to go and look at avenues of like paying them off and settle it to move on with their lives. So that way only a few people know about it. Put Deshaun Watson in that mix, and I dare to try to settle anything. Put him in there. I dare you.
Oh, that would be a recipe for disaster.
Exactly. So that's why the Browns, listen, before they void any contract, which I don't think they will, they're in a position where they're stuck. They have no choice whatsoever. They have to. And even if they do, let's say they do get away with voiding it, you're now stuck with Jacoby Brissett. Good luck. And no disrespect to Jacoby Brissett. I like him. I like the dude. But as my starting quarterback, good luck. Toodaloo, I'm chilling. But ain't no way they're gonna. And again, I'm just looking at this from the business side of things. I'm not looking at it from I'm looking at it from the business side of things. The Cleveland Browns took this man when he had 24 lawsuits. What? All of a sudden, 2 more comes and they go, all right, Deshaun, look here. All right, 66 masseuses or 64 masseuses is fine, but 66, oh buddy, you're crossing the line. Is that like the Cleveland Browns don't care. At this point, everything around them is on fire. And they're just like, you know what? If we burn, let's at least get a ring out of this shit. Like, that's where Cleveland is at right now. They're like, we're already the bad guys, right? Like, you used to be the lovable losers. Now we got a quarterback, and everyone hates us because of the quarterback. You know what I mean? Because the allegations and all this stuff. The Cleveland Browns are already committed to being evil guys. If I can be MJF, because he called me a mark. They're heels. Did I use that word right, guys? Heels. But, like, they already understand, we're the bad guys. It is what it is. There's nothing, in my opinion, there's nothing the Cleveland Browns can do to save face. There's nothing they can, for the next. So Deshaun Watson's a 5-year deal. Let's say Deshaun Watson does that. At least it's going to take 10 years if Deshaun Watson does the entire contract. It's going to take 10 years before the Browns can begin to, like, rebrand themselves a little bit. I'm telling you this right now. Yeah. The Cleveland Browns are going to go through a full-blown rebrand as soon as Deshaun Watson leaves. I'm talking about brand new. They might relocate. And I'm not saying this as a joke. I'm saying this
I get it.
Listen now. There's credible people out there, credible reporters There's credible people who cover the game who refuse to have anything to do with the Cleveland Browns. That would mean if the Cleveland Browns, with Deshaun Watson at the helm, were to somehow make the Super Bowl.
Oh, God.
Do you know how bad that's going to be for the NFL?
Yeah, there's people out there that still hate Michael Vick.
Oh, yeah.
Let that sink in.
And that is 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Exactly. And no disrespect, but again, those were dogs. Those were dogs.
Yeah,
now whether or not Deshaun Watson did it, I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know. But if Homeboy is found guilty on just one of these lawsuits,
let alone
just
multiple.
one, exactly. If he fails once, and it's going to be something along the lines of, oh, did you ejaculate on her? Yeah, I did. Did she say yeah? She did, and that's what's going to put him in a problem. As soon, because when he's going to go to defend himself, what they're going to do to him, they're going to have him talk himself into a little corner, and they're going to wait for this man to go, yeah, but. As soon as he says, yeah, but, the man took an L. You got his lawyers talking about all of a sudden how they're flipping it. Happy endings aren't illegal. You're right. They're not. They're not illegal. But where was this stance when this first stuff came out? Because at first, Deshaun Watson was an upstanding man. He's a great father. He has no kids. Oh, shit. Backup plan. He goes to church. Like, they had a whole manifesto on how much of a man of the year he was, saying he would never do this stuff. And this is where now it's turning ugly, where his lawyers talking about, my man got a happy ending. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where was this 3 weeks ago? Like,
you know what's crazy though, Pride? Hey, you know what's really crazy? You gotta imagine. When he signed that $230 million deal with the Browns, the 22 women that went after him were so pissed off. They made a big stink in the thing about how they could not believe that Cleveland Browns were going to reward Deshaun Watson with all this money. There was a big stink about it. You got to imagine those same 22 women, if the Browns come back and void that contract, take that money away from them, they're going to be thinking to themselves, damn, finally, we got our retribution,
To an extent. Like, yeah, well, congratulations, yeah, but at the same time, it puts them in an awkward situation where it's like, yeah, he's out, but with the lawsuit, like, think about it. They want the lawsuit to get money, right?
Right.
How you gonna get money from an unemployed man?
Well, he still has money. I mean, I'm sure Deshaun, without that 230,
no way. No, a guy who goes through 66 masseuses in 17 months, that is not the sign of a fiscal man. Do not hit me with that. That is not the sign of a man who knows how to separate his money. No way. I promise you that's not the sign. I promise you. That's not the sign of a man who knows how to take care of his money. Because I promise you, if he's guilty, imagine what he did with strippers, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Also, John, we're going to talk about DK in just a sec.
Fuck DK, man.
Yeah, man. I guess it's a good segue. Speaking of Metcalf, so, he misses the mandatory mini camp, so it's unexcused. Obviously, he'll probably, if he continues to miss, he'll have to pay fines. The whole thing with that is Metcalf wants more money, and they're not going to do big contracts, according to Seattle. They really don't do big contracts until training camp. So, where does he go from here, folks? Gonzo, where does Metcalf go from here? Gonzo might be somewhere. Logan, so it looks like if he misses all 3 days of the minicamp, he'll get fined about $93,000 if he misses them. Devontae Adams is looking at about $28 million a year. Tyreek Hill's about $30 million a year. Do you think that Metcalf, in the 3 years he's playing, do you think he deserves to get that kind of money, or where do we put him? And do you think a deal gets done before training camp, at training camp, or do they trade him?
Put up that comment by John Sugg, the latest one. Yeah. He said 216 catches, over 3,000 yards, close to 30 touchdowns over his first 3 years, and hasn't missed a single game. Of course, he really is one of the most electric. He's the best player on the Seahawks right now. Let's not get that twisted. Say Watson. Well, I'll talk about that in a second, Damien. But yeah, of course he deserves his payday, Jay. That or they're going to trade him. Because Drew Lock is going to be throwing him for God's sake this year, and that is something I don't want if I'm him. But if the money's right, of course I'll stay. So either he gets his deal, because I'm sure that $93,000 ain't going to be nothing for him. He'll pay that fine, and because he wants his contract, he's earned his contract. He's one of the most healthiest players in the league. He produces, and I'm sure his numbers are either going to go up or down depending on the quarterback play. But I would want my money too if I'm playing that good, and I'm your star player now. Now that Russ is gone,
Right.
I'm your top player, and I want my payday. So I think if a deal is not done after training camp, then watch out for him to get traded, because I don't think he would want to play on this current deal unless he knows he's getting paid.
Not on was he get 3.9, 3.6 million this year? That's the end of his rookie year contract, and he still doesn't have an extension.
Right? Yeah, he definitely needs a pay raise.
Gonzo, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
So, what do you think about the whole Metcalf situation?
I think Seattle will end up paying him. They better. Who's Drew Lock going to throw the ball to?
Well, they still got Tyler Lockett. He's not like garbage meat.
No, but still, that like I said, that is your best player on your team, and if you lose him,
yeah,
without trading him, if he's not playing just because contract, your team's going to suck even worse.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think they end up signing him, and he's going to get a deal somewhere. Send him over to the Colts. We'll take him.
So, Pride, what do you think about the whole Metcalf absence? Do you think he gets a deal by training camp?
I don't know. Only because if you think about it, bro, Seattle doesn't want to pay him long term, and let's be honest with how scrubbed Seattle's looking right now. Why would you want to keep him long term? Seattle's entering full-blown rebuild. Why do you want to pay DK all that money to stick around? To pay him a whole bunch of money to still be losing? So, I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. Especially, like you said, they are. I don't know if they're in full reboot, but damn, when you got Drew Lock as your quarterback and you didn't really go out to really sign anybody, it doesn't really look too good for your team, honestly. So I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens according to training camp. The GM, everybody says they're going to keep Metcalf. They're just waiting until training camp. That's when they do their big deals. So I guess as we get closer to training camp, we'll see what they actually do from here, between here and there. But we're going to roll into Carr says Cap would fit well with the Raiders. And I think he does. I think, David Carr.
Derek, don't say
no,
that
David Carr did play.
It is not David, it's Derek.
No, you're not listening to me. You're talking, but you're not listening. David Carr and Cap played. I know the guy's name is Derek Carr with the Raiders. I'm talking about the David Carr that played with the Texans and also played with the 49ers and played with Kaepernick. Do y'all not remember that? You keep saying Derek, and I'm talking about David, his brother. Damn. Y'all got to listen. I'm talking about David Carr when he played with Kaepernick, and he felt like he was in a good situation there, and he felt like he was a good teammate there. And then Derek obviously, played with him when one played at Nevada, the other played at Fresno State, respectively in 2009. So I think they get along well with each other. I think Kaepernick said, or Derek Carr said that Kaepernick would fit well within the Raiders organization, and as long as he can produce it as a backup, he had no problems with him being there. So Gonzo, what do you think about it, brother?
I think he would fit well there, but I just don't know you never know what the Raiders are going to end up spending on a backup quarterback and what they would have to spend for him. I think, I hope he gets the opportunity. It'd be cool to see him to get opportunity somewhere in the league because he's definitely been done wrong. But we'll see if the Raiders decide to make that move.
Absolutely. Logan.
No, I'm cool. I'm cool if they sign him as a backup. Obviously he's not going to be a starter, but why not sign him to a backup deal, right? As long as he takes as long as we're not paying him a boatload of money, which we shouldn't be for someone who hasn't played in the league in a handful of years, and he is going to be a backup. Why not take a chance on him?
Absolutely.
Especially if you think in that workout he looked better than any of the backups that you have.
Yeah. Why not take a shot with him?
Brian, what do you think about Kaepernick and the Raiders? Do you think he's obviously Carr says he's going to fit in well? How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I agree. I don't mind it as long as he understands he's a backup. That's just rule number one. As long as he understands he's a backup and he's only going to really play in preseason, and if Derek Carr gets hurt, but again, Derek Carr's very durable, so that's not really a mega concern that they should have. And on top of that, you're gonna play in week 18. If say you guys have the division on lock or nothing's gonna change, whatever case they do, you'll play. But other than that, I mean, think about it, bro. It also does make a lot of sense in terms of the entire rebrand that the Raiders are trying to go through. That whole John Gruden thing, all of a sudden, who's the gay guy on the team? What's his name? Is it Max Crosby? No, it's not. What's the other dude?
Man.
No, Damien, get that out of here now.
There's no, yeah. I don't think Kaepernick is be a way
he
better
is not,
starter.
no.
Smoking. Nah, but now they kind of being all
No, but hey, at some level, you got to imagine, even if Kaepernick has obviously been out for since about 2016, about 6 years. I still feel like if the Raiders felt good about his workout, even if they didn't offer him a contract, I still think he's still better than a lot of the backups that are in the league. I don't think Cap's still going to be your starter, but I do think that he's better than a lot of the backup quarterbacks that are currently serving in the league right at this point. Anyway, so I think he should be able to land a spot somewhere. If they're willing to give him the opportunity. And I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't mind seeing him go up against Stidham. I think he can actually outbeat Stidham at this point. Honestly. Cam Newton says he put himself in a tough spot with the Patriots and the Panthers. Pride, this is your neck of the woods. So Cam is basically saying that when he was with the Patriots, he kind of put himself in a tough spot because he didn't give him, he didn't have enough time to really learn the offense, learn the system. Even he said in week 7 and week 8, he was going to the line of scrimmage thinking, do I know it? Do I really have a good handle on it? And of course, by his standards, or by the standards that, did he know the play? Yes. But by Cam Newton's standards, the way he wanted to perform the play, he said he really did not know it to his level of play. So Cam Newton is basically saying that the whole thing with the Patriots that he just did not know the system. The problem with the Panthers is he felt like he signed on Thursday, played on Sunday. He just was not given enough time to really be successful. I think he played like the last 8 games there in Carolina when Darnold went down with injury. And, of course, they released him the next season. So Cam Newton still feels like he's one of the 32 best quarterbacks in the league. That's his take on it. What's y'all's reaction, Gonzo or Pride? And we'll go Pride all the way to Gonzo. Pride, what do you think about that?
Such a
Logan.
He chose to sign those contracts he knew he was getting into.
Yeah.
And it was a tough shake for him because we know how good he used to be. And obviously it didn't work out. He said that he's still fielding offers from teams in a backup role. I don't know where from. It didn't say. But obviously he didn't perform in either. He didn't look good with the Patriots that whole season or with the Panthers in a little bit last year. So will he get somewhere else? I'm not sure. But if it is, then he had a pretty good career all in all, MVP and whatnot. So,
hey, Chris, I kind of feel like what John said. I think in some cases, and even Cam has said it. If you bring me into your team, I am a loud personality. I am who I am. And John basically says, he's more worried about the outfit he wears to the post conference than he is learning the playbook. And I see his viewpoint on that as well. What do you think, Gonzo?
I think Cam Newton's problem is his shoulder. That shoulder is not the same. I know he's had surgery on it, and his shoulder I don't think it's recovered right. You see times he'd rear back to throw the ball, and he'd throw it 10 yards short in the dirt. So I don't think he's a starter anymore. Somebody might give him an opportunity as a backup. But you can say you're in tough situations, but you put yourself in that situation, and you have to learn that playbook. If it takes you a little bit longer to learn that playbook, you got to put in that extra time. So, I think it's more to do with his shoulder. I just don't think that shoulder ever rehabbed correctly.
No doubt about it. And I kind of think that's where I feel too, is that, he does have some injuries. There is some wear and tear on him. And Cam does have, like you said, he does have to take accountability. Hey, if you don't know the system, you don't know the system, but it's not on the team, it's on you, and you're the one that goes out on the field. So it is what it is. Nestor Cortez, unknown potential MLB guy to All-Star, potential All-Star, even potential Cy Young for Nestor Cortez. And he accredits it to his mustache. He says pre-mustache about 3 years ago, his ERA was at 6.72. His WHIP is at 1.7, and in 42 games, over 79 innings. Then he gets put on assignment by the Orioles in 2019. He struggled with Seattle in 2020. 2021, he grows a mustache. And all of a sudden, his ERA drops down to 2.35. The WHIP gets dropped down to 9.94 in 32 games across 153 innings. He goes from being a reliever to then taking on starting role responsibilities. And where he leads now, currently with the Yankees, he leads with a 1.50 ERA, 10th best strikeout rate with the 10th slowest fastball, which means that he has learned to develop other pitches to go along with that arsenal, which gives him a lot of deception and a lot of movement on his balls, which is what's helping him get to the level at which he has gotten to. And so with the new weapons, the new savvy, he is now at 5-1 with the 68 strikeouts, 14 walks, again, 1.50. He changed the grip on his fastball again, the slider, the cutter. And I think that's what got Nestor from where he was at pre-mustache to where he's at post-mustache. And again, man, just amazing, amazing stuff. How do you guys think about Nestor, Chris?
But man, he's turned his career around. He's been on fire to start the season now. Like you said, 5-1, real low ERA. He's almost doubled strikeouts over given the hits he's gave up. So he's came a long way over just the last couple seasons, and yeah, it's kind of crazy to see somebody progress after struggling that long. And all of a sudden, finally find it, and hopefully he can continue it and make an All-Star game.
Logan,
did you say he credited this to his mustache, Jay?
That's what. Yeah, that's the rumor, right?
Baseball players are weird, dude.
yeah, man, they are.
I don't even know if I'm going to touch on this subject now. He's having a good season. Let's hope he keeps it up. That's it.
Pride.
I'm with Logan.
Man, what are these Yankees fans? What are these Yankees players on, Frankie?
Who cares? Cesspool of a fucking franchise. They're gonna win the division by like 100 games. Everyone else is gonna finish under 500, and guess what? They're gonna lose in the wild card because they're bums.
I said it every year. I don't care how well you play the regular season. Let's see what you do postseason.
Not only that. It's just comical how you just look at the blank stats. People are like, "Oh my god, he's so legit." Meanwhile, he's got the worst command in all of baseball. Do you guys know how he gets these strikeouts? He gets set up inside, and the guy he literally like you set him up inside. The dude throws it literally on the left all the way on the left side of the box of the plate. It's absurd just how awful his command is, bro. But again, you know. We're gonna suck this guy like he's a second coming, bro. Like, so you said something, Chris, about he's found it. Yeah, he needs to find the exit. Cause watch, and next year we're gonna be looking at him like a scrub. And when we go back to look at him as a scrub, I'm gonna be here for the apologies because I don't want to hear oh my god, this guy's an ace. Can't even spell ace. Get out of here, bro. Nice mustache though. It's got a nice mustache.
I will say props on the mustache.
Yeah, no. I don't know what credit you get. Don't mustache, because I know some people who try desperately to get mustaches and they can't do it. So props to the mustache. Outside of that, get him out of here, bro. Get him out of here, bro. He's like his stance is like Johnny Cueto, bro. I've never seen a guy balk so many times and never get called. It's simply amazing, bro.
Hey, we got Rob, $1.25, 2 cents coming in the show. Rob, if you would please, on the big screen, say what you need to say to Pride.
Hey, Pride. I'm a man of my word. I just got home from work. As you see, I'm all discombobulated. I'm sorry, I was late.
No. I just want my restitution.
A man of my word, Pride. I'm sorry for doubting your Boston Celtics. They stood up last night. They played great basketball, played excellent basketball. So I want to send out a personal apology to you, Pride. Got nothing but love for you. I'm a man of my word. Shaking your hand, Pride. Shaking your hand. Man of my word. I apologize, but I want you to know Connecticut still sucks.
Oh, 100%, 100%. Chicago is sucks. Look, I'm saying this, and I'm not, listen, Rob, I'm not saying that you got to say that the Celtics are going to win it all. That's all I'm saying, right? I'm not saying that. All I'm saying, bro, just give us the respect. That's what we wanted. We just wanted respect. That's it. If you still think Golden State's going to win, that's okay. That doesn't bother me because, again, these are still two good teams. They both have a legitimate chance. But all we ask is for is respect. To make it seem like Golden State's going to walk over us, Clay could barely walk to the bench. What are we talking about? What are we talking about, bro? Come on.
Hey, it's all good. You know what? I'm just like I said. I'm gonna still talk my mess. I'm just mad my Warriors in 5 prediction didn't go through. So it's still Warriors in 6. But I had to be a man of my word and apologize to Pride. And to give y'all my final thoughts because I'm gonna have to get up out of here. You know, I just got home, got to spend time with the wife, about to eat, get ready to do it all over again in the morning. But Draymond, you need to shut up. Don't entice Jaylen Brown to give us 17 first quarter points. Leave that man alone. And Jaylen Brown, low key, might be the Finals MVP if the Celtics win. That's my hot take. I'm gone.
All right. Hey, appreciate you dropping by, brother.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Sorry, y'all. I couldn't stay much longer, but
That's
you know
all
how
good.
it go. All right, y'all. Thank y'all. Have a good show. And Gonzo, is that Logan up there? How you feeling? I didn't want to leave without saying what up to y'all.
Glad to have you on, Rob.
All right, Mclovin. Y'all have a good one, man.
All right. Be good, brother.
All right, Pride. Connecticut sucks.
I love how he gets it in there that Connecticut sucks. And Pride's like, son of a bitch. Hey, real quick, Rangers and Lightning. Man, I got to be honest with you. You know, I picked the Lightning to repeat or three-peat, I guess in this case, three-peat the Stanley Cup. And I was looking pretty sad, man, when the Rangers went up 2-0. I'm thinking like, well, damn, I guess the Lightning have it's the end of the rope for them. I guess they're not going to do it. And low below, here comes the Lightning beating the Rangers in 2 games back-to-back. And all of a sudden, we got a series, and they're back in it, and the Avalanche are at home chilling. Gonzo, what do you think about this, brother?
I think the Lightning are going to end up winning this series. A lot of people thought they would win the series before the series started anyway. And then, yeah, like you said, Rangers got out to that 2-0 lead. But when the Lightning was able to come back the other night and win that game to tie it up 2-2, I just think they stole all the momentum of the series.
Right.
I think that's going to be hard for the Rangers to get back. I don't think either one of these teams are going to beat the Avalanche, though. I think the Avalanche is going to win it all.
Yeah, before Logan goes, I will say this. At Madison Square Garden, the Rangers are 4.22 goals per game, and they give up 2.22 goals per game. And on the road, it's reverse. The Rangers average 2.44 goals and give up 3.67. So it seems to be following that trend in this series. And I think if Tampa Bay wants a chance in hell at winning this series, they're going to have to change that fortune in New York and pull a game out of there if they want to really logistically shot at this. Logan, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, you know, we had Philly Sports Guy on last week, and he was saying that the Rangers are the young, high-flying, fast-paced team, while the Lightning are obviously more experienced. They have veterans. They've been here many times before. So we're kind of seeing a contrast, right? Series is tied up going to Game 5 tonight. And I think it's going to be this could maybe go 7, honestly. Because these two teams are super even. And like you mentioned, Colorado's been chilling for a minute now. I mean, they are well rested. And they are just kind of chomping at the bits now to get the Stanley Cup started. But no, this has been a great series so far. And hopefully Game 5 can live up to the hype the rest of the games have so far this series.
Colorado's hoping this series goes to 7 and they keep hanging up on each other.
100%.
Pride. What do you think about this series, brother?
Fuck it, bro. Fuck them. The Bruins aren't in anymore, so it's tainted. This is a false championship. This doesn't count. It's not real. Whoever wins, they're just a fake champion. They're not real. So, but no. All to the side, I had the Avalanche winning the series. Kind of. It looked like when they went down 0-2, it to me it looked like they were just very lackadaisical. I don't know, especially when you consider that, like, you know, it reminds me a little bit like this series reminds me a lot of like Boston and Golden State, where it's like the young team, they're youthful and energetic, and then you look at their the team they're playing against, and it's like, the best edge they have is experience. I think that's kind of funny. I still got the Avalanche in 6. I think we were talking about this earlier. Jay, I think we both agreed that the Avalanche were going to repeat. I think.
Yeah.
Didn't we talk about that? I'm almost positive you were the one who said it, and I agree with you. I'm almost positive. I can't remember, but I know one of y'all said it, and I agree.
That must have been somebody else because I had the Lightning. Yeah. I had the Lightning.
Yeah, the Lightning 3-peat, not the Avalanche.
I think. So was it Gonzo then? It might have been Gonzo.
You have the Avalanche winning the Stanley Cup.
Yeah. So So I can't remember who was it. Anyway, but yeah, I got the Lightning. So Lightning in 6. No, nice fight by the Rangers, but better team's usually gonna win. That's why Boston's up 2-1 in the finals against Golden State. Oh, I wasn't muted. My fault.
Yeah, they meant Tampa.
Hey man, all right. Hey, now this is going to be very controversial, but I want to put this in a light that's not too controversial. Some race players declined to wear the LGBTQ logo on Pride Night, and my thoughts on this, guys, and I don't know how y'all's thoughts are, but I did grow up, like there's 5 players that don't want to wear it, and they're basing it on their religious beliefs and things of that nature. It goes against their moral character. Not that they want to look down on people, but it's just, it's more of a belief thing. But they want to be able to come out to the park, have fun. They want to be loved and peace and, all the good things. But they just don't want the LGBTQ lifestyle put on their uniform when that's not what they believe in. Hey, listen, I got to be honest with you, man. I'm in alignment with those 5 players. I've got, a lot of gay friends, and my stepson is gay, and I don't have any problems supporting them and accepting it and things of that nature, but it's not my lifestyle. It's not, who I am. And so I would have a hard time putting something on my uniform that I necessarily don't believe in. So I kind of understand where they're coming from on that. Gonzo, what's your thoughts?
I feel pretty much the same way as you. I understand where they're coming from. Has MLB said what they're going to do? Are they going to force them to wear it, or
no? It was only for a one-night deal. Like they only wore this one night.
They wear it on Pride Night. Whenever the stadium hosts Pride Night, that's when they wear that uniform.
Right. So literally one night per season.
Yeah, that's my point too. And I guess the part where I struggle the most is it seems to me the world wants things all one kind of way, right? Like for example, you can't do if I want to say the prayer in school. Well, I can't say the prayer in school. Why? Because it offends people.
Oh no, not that.
But then they want to put a patch on a uniform. But what if it offends people there? It's like there's certain things I think that we take into consideration and certain things we don't take into consideration. And that's kind of, I guess, one of the things I have, and that's just my point. I'm not going to force it too much on nobody, but that's just one of the kind of things I feel like, why are we dragging this and making it such a thing? But again, I understand what the Tampa Bay Rays say. The Tampa Bay Rays have released a statement saying they want everybody to feel accompanied in the ballpark and everybody to feel loved. So I understand where they're coming from too. I don't agree with it, but I understand it.
Teslas are a good car too.
Pride, you're not muted, by the way.
Pride, how do you feel about it, brother?
Oh, I know I'm not muted. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life, ever, right? Because the Rays have been doing this forever. Now
they've been doing it for 16 seasons. This is nothing new.
Thank you.
I didn't even know that, but no, and I guess
they are. But again, like to me, I think it's dumb, right? If you're gonna be upset, be upset. You know what I mean? But I don't know. For me, I would have worn it. Do you want to know why I would have worn it? Do you want to know why? Because I know.
Did you like Nyla Rose?
No, listen,
Jay, we're not getting it. No, we're not doing that. No.
Nyla Rose is a baddie, sure, but I'm comfortable.
Hey, listen, I've been getting so much heat on Nyla Rose. It's ridiculous.
We are not doing this.
Listen, all jokes aside, for me, I don't see the big deal in one night. It's not like you're going out and performing, said lifestyle. You're not. You're wearing a And the thing that you don't even pay for. You don't even pay for. What are we talking about? Something that's been done for 16 years. All of a sudden, they're like, no, I don't want to do it. And it's like, so what? You've been in a 17-year coma, brother? What? Like, I genuinely just don't understand why all of a sudden now, right now, why that's a problem all of a sudden. When, like I said, they've been doing this forever. This isn't a first-time thing.
No.
Right.
They've done it before. And the Rays, when they let you sense it's something that, they do, during contract negotiations, the Rays inform all players, this is what we do. So you've heard about this multiple times. When they go and ask for your jersey, like for your jersey thing, again, there's another time they go to ask. So if your jersey is made, that means you agreed. Now all of a sudden you want to do it like some, oh yeah, I'm a hero. I'm a hero. No one's gonna make me do what I don't want to do. Meanwhile, I've been done for 16 years. What are you talking about, man? This is bro. And again, like, yeah, you're wearing a badge that has rainbow color. OMG, no, wow. Like, dude, shut up.
So my question to you guys is, if this has been going on for 16 years, why is the media now all of a sudden making a thing of it? Is it because maybe this is the first time that players have said they weren't going to wear it? Or, I mean, like, why now are they? Honestly, I never even knew that was a Rays thing. So why is the media bringing that to the limelight now?
Because you got players talking about, oh, my God, I don't want to do it. Why? Because before people just do it, they would move on with their lives.
I'm gonna say the players came out and said this themselves.
Exactly.
It wasn't like,
Exactly. It's not like this is not a media thing. They came out and say it.
Right. They came out and said their own quotes. They said this.
Yeah. So
and also too, like the Rays have been doing this, like I said, 16 years ago. That was 2006.
Like, what are we doing
the
here,
world was a lot less.
Even dropped yet. What are we talking about, bro?
I'm about to say, me and Pride were in like elementary school.
I'm saying, bro, like
the world was a lot less inclusive back in 06 than it was nowadays. That's for true. And also, I want to pose a question. What if say somebody didn't want to wear the number 42 for Jackie Robinson Day? What if they didn't want to wear the American flag memorabilia stuff for July 4th or for Veterans Day or for Memorial Day? What if they didn't want to do that? Would there be more outrage? I'm just saying. I mean,
I get it.
This is a once a year thing. And people are making a big fuss over it for literally, I don't think, any reason. If they think that, I don't know, if you're wearing this on your sleeve because people might look at you weird, dude. It is.
Well, I got to be honest with Logan. I got to be honest with you. From a Christian standpoint, what I'm just saying, I'm just saying.
I bet you a nickel you haven't even picked up the Bible.
No, I'm just saying. Hey, from a Christian standpoint, if you believe what you believe, I can understand their viewpoint. I understand all viewpoints. Okay, I don't. If you want to wear it, I'm okay with that. If you don't want to wear it because it goes against what you believe, then you have to respect that as well.
I want to play a game with you, Jay. Leviticus 16:25. What does that say?
Oh, listen, I'm not a Bible thumper like that. So you're gonna have to give me some background.
So then, don't give me no notion about, oh my God, it's because the Bible. Like, bro, let's.
No, I'm saying, I'm just saying, if you don't believe in it, you don't believe in it. And so why should you wear something you don't believe in?
And that's fine. But to sit here and be a Bible thumper when the same book says, quote, love thy neighbor. What are we talking about, bro?
It can say love thy neighbor, but it doesn't say be like thy neighbor. No, it says love thy neighbor, but it doesn't say be like thy neighbor.
Jay, can I ask you a question? If you put that satchel on your arm right now, are you sucking someone off? So shut up. No, let's have this honest conversation. We need to have this honest conversation because every single time it comes to the
because the world, I think the world wants us to say that, hey, put it on your arm. It's almost like you're forcing me through guilt to put it on my arm, and I don't believe in it. So why am I going to put it on? That's like, watch this. If that was a pentagram, and what am I going to wear a pentagram? What? No, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in Satan. I mean, you have to be careful with what you put on your body because that is a true representation of you.
And ready how bad of a comparison that was?
No, it's not a bad comparison because if you start off with the rainbow flag, who's to say the next thing would be a pentagram?
You know what? You're right. It wasn't a bad comparison. It was a horrible comparison because if
it was a good comparison. You just missed the boat.
No, how? Because for Pride Month is about inclusivity.
Listen. My whole point is, I'm okay. I'm okay with wearing the thing. If I don't have a problem with them wearing it. I'm just saying, for me personally, I don't feel like I should have to wear something that I don't believe in.
And my rebuttal.
That's what I'm saying.
Here's my rebuttal to that. They've been doing this for 16 years, and they talked to you about it on 2 separate occasions. So if
and kind of like what John said, if you didn't want to wear it, give up your money for the night.
And that's fine.
I don't see why you give up the money because you don't want to wear it. That to me, that's enslavement. That's bullshit.
Wait, hold on, time out. Hold on. What a time to be alive. What a time. So hold on, pause. That's enslavement.
It's enslavement to the idea. No. Pride. Don't take it that direction. That word can have many definitions. So don't go there, Pride. It's enslavement to a team. No, you're being enslavement to a team because they tell you got to wear something. They're forcing you to wear something that you don't believe in. It has nothing to do with the team or the sport or anything. You're telling me to take a social issue and wear it on my sleeve, and I don't believe it. And I'm not going to be enslaved to a team because you want to force something on me.
So can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Do you have the same exact opinion when it comes to Latin nights in the NBA?
I don't know. What are we talking about Latin night? I don't know. I mean, is it a lifestyle? Are they forcing a moral belief?
The jerseys that said like El Heat and Los Hawks.
I don't even think that's even close. I mean, hey, I'll wear it. It has no direct belief. If you're saying, well, I'll wear something that has something written in Spanish on it, I don't care about another language because it doesn't affect my moral beliefs.
I've never.
I don't get where you're going with Latin night.
I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna say it again and I'm gonna say it to my dying breath, bro. When you're wearing it, it's nothing bad. It's not crazy. Okay? If you don't want to wear it, hey, don't suit up. That's fine. No problem. But I will say this to my dying breath, and if anyone has a problem with it, I don't know what to tell you. They tell you have to do this. This has been something that's been going on for 16 years.
This is
no, they didn't make them do it. They were allowed to take the patch off. They were allowed to go out there without the patch, and they did it. So it's perfectly fine. Like you said, either way, they were fine.
My point is, don't be like, because like some of the reasoning is stupid. One of them said, "Oh yeah, it's because I just don't feel comfortable," and I'm like, wait, time out. You're talking about you play a sport where the camera's on you, and when you have an error, people make that as a gift. So if that doesn't make you comfortable,
and the thing too, I forget which one of them because they were all pitchers,
right?
But they said that they didn't feel comfortable wearing it themselves, but they respect the beliefs of those who choose to live that lifestyle. But by not wearing that patch, isn't that somewhat contradicting?
It is contradicting because, like I said, you're wearing the patch again. You're not going out there and living that lifestyle.
Right. It's not like people are going to see you. Like, they're not going to see you wearing them. Like, oh, look at this guy.
Yeah.
They're not like.
And ready the funny part? And you ready to hear the funny part? I promise you. You ready? You ready to hear something funny? What month are we in? Someone help me out. What month are we in?
No, we're in Pride Month.
Pride Month in June.
No, so we're in June, right? Okay, I just want to make sure that
But hey, that's what they made it. I didn't make it Pride Month. To me, it's June. It's just June to me.
Hold on. Here's my question. So you know how Pride Month is usually like the entire thing where it's like, oh yeah, rainbows and whatnot. We're in June, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're in June, right? You give them a rainbow shirt in July, I promise you they wear it. Again, y'all not ready for that conversation.
No. If it's in July, I'm wearing red, white, and blue.
Okay, fine. October. Better? February.
No, in October, I got a Halloween costume on. Look, I get it. My point is, just like I tell them, I think baseball should just be a very sterilized thing. I don't think you promote one thing over the other. I think you should respect everybody's beliefs, everybody's opinions, and you just keep it as a baseball uniform that says Tampa Bay Devil Rays on it, the last name on the back, and we just keep rolling. That's just my personal belief. I think that gives respect to all people.
If you're saying that they shouldn't be promoting any of this, then back to what I said previously, should they be promoting the Jackie Robinson days, the 4th of July uniforms, all of those then?
Again, though, but I think Jackie Robinson is more of a historical thing and what it meant to the game of baseball. So it's still baseball related, in my opinion. And now we're talking civil rights, which is not a moralistic thing. You know, we're talking civil rights, which is an equality thing. And I don't think equality and morality are in the gay pride. I don't think that's in the same realm.
Interesting. So you're talking about Jackie Robinson was the civil rights, right? Because he fought for what? For everyone to be equal, right?
Exactly.
So the Pride Month is for everyone to be equal, right?
But no, hold on now. They're still equal. But watch this. I'm not throwing a heterosexual patch out there. I'm not throwing this and the other. Why do you got to put your sexual orientation on my jersey?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because heterosexual people.
We're all equal. I mean, I have no problems being equal.
See?
But I don't understand why I'm forced to wear a patch that goes against my beliefs.
You don't want the answer to it. You ask the question because you understand that you're wrong. But you don't want the answer.
No, I'm not wrong. I have no thought process that I'm wrong at all.
So then let me give you the answer. I'm going to explain to you why. Because people who are gay, more times than not, and I'm telling you this based on pure experience. I have seen.
People are what?
People
are what?
What?
About Jackie Robinson?
What do you mean?
What were you feeling here? Well, I was listening to the conversation.
Uh-oh. Freud's getting into a fight at work.
Stolen. So what were you saying about Jackie Robinson?
I said that the reason that we have 42 on Jackie Robinson is because he was fighting for civil rights. That's the reason why we have the Jackie Robinson and when everyone has something 42. That's what I was saying.
Was that his number?
Correct.
Oh, okay. That was
Hey, we about to hear. Hey, do I need to go 911?
But they brought it up.
Who brought it up?
The people that I'm on the phone with.
Oh.
Man, Brian, I hope I'm not getting you in trouble.
No, you're good. It's just like you're good. You're good. Don't even worry about it. But anyway.
But they know they're doing this next year. Like you said, they don't want to wear.
You're saying the whole 42 thing because of the whole civil rights thing. That's what these people are doing now. So again, that's like, I'm just saying, bro. At some point, you gotta have it all like consistency. That's really it. That's really it. You see what I'm saying? Like again, like to Logan's point, don't sit here and say, oh yeah, because I support them, but I don't want to be involved. Like, huh? Like that's odd. Now again,
I think one just kind of look again. Mm-hmm. Look, I don't have look. If you want to, because look, they did a couple of things, right? Number one, they had them wear the patch. Number two, they had them compete in the pregame activities, and then number three, they handed out a gay pride flag. Okay, look, here's my thing.
If you want to,
hold on, watch this now. If you want to hand out a gay pride flag, if you want to hand out a gay pride flag and you want to do a pregame, I'm okay with that. And you can still promote the game in ways that doesn't necessarily conflict with my religious beliefs. So if you want to hand out a great pride flag to every person that comes through the door, great. But don't force me to wear a patch of something that goes against my moral beliefs.
But again, you're saying moral beliefs.
It is. It's a biblical belief.
Again, this is the same Bible that said that if a woman was with more than one man, she needs to be stoned to death. Are we going to continue to go in that? This is the same Bible.
I think in this world, you still have to stand up for things.
But that's all I'm saying, man. You can't. And this is me as a guy I believe in God and all that stuff. Y'all got to stop cherry picking the Bible.
I'm not cherry picking. I don't really ever have an issue with anything that goes on.
Jay, I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. I'm saying in general. I'm just saying in general. The people who want to be thump on their Bible, you gotta stop cherry picking certain. You gotta stop doing that.
Yeah.
Because you say, oh yeah, it's my religion in the Bible. It says it's wrong, but that same Bible says that if a woman is infertile, she is to be put to death.
I'll tell you like this. It's the same thing I tell. Watch. It's the same thing I tell my stepson. My stepson, like I said, is gay. And he will wear gay pride colors from here until kingdom come. Every time we go out to dinner or whatever, he's got gay pride colors and stuff. And I'm good with it. I don't have an issue. And I love him. I love it. And I'll take this man everywhere. And I'm not embarrassed or I'm not offended or I'm not this, that, or the other. I accept him as an equal. And I don't tell him how to dress. I say, dress however you want to dress. Be you. And I don't want him being him to influence me being me. You know what I'm saying?
But again, no one's influencing him to be you. I'm not telling you to go give a guy a blowjob outside of your house. I'm just telling you to put a thing on, brother. Listen, if they said for Pride Night, you got to go out there and give a guy a quickie, I'm with you. I'm like, whoa, hold on, that's above the Call of Duty. But for a patch, like I said, I promise you this right now. Ready? We're gonna have something. We're gonna have a colorful night. We're gonna have them. We're gonna have a colorful night, right? It's gonna be in what month has nothing going on? What is the wackest month?
February. All I know they have is February is Black History Month. I don't know.
I hit the wrong button. I exited out of the damn studio.
Jesus Christ.
Now you go. But listen, what we'll do? How about this? In the back, like the second week of January, right? We're gonna have something called Colorful Week, right? It's gonna be Color Week. That's it. Just straight Color Week, and this is because we love all colors. That's it, right? We're gonna put that in the MLB. We're gonna have them wear rainbow jerseys, not a patch, rainbow jerseys. Watch how quick these bozos go. Okay, sure. Watch.
Hey! I do want to end this show on a history lesson. I'm gonna ask you guys a question, and just to see where your history is of events, because it's coming up very, 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 very soon. The next event to come up is Juneteenth. Does anybody know where Juneteenth originated?
Pride Month.
Nope. Juneteenth has to do with slavery and the Emancipation Proclamation.
Let's have.
Are you saying like what state or just like in general?
Yeah. What state? What state?
I believe it was Texas. Was it Texas?
No way.
Damn right, baby. All day.
Right.
Juneteenth is a holiday that is celebrated, but it originated in Galveston, Texas, 45 minutes from where my parents live.
Look, man. How about this? Let's do a Juneteenth patch where Josh Donaldson can go, nah, I'm good.
Hey, not everybody, you know what though?
That's the next one.
The thing, though. Not everybody knows where Juneteenth originated, and I think that's a part of the history of it. Is you should know where it originated, and it came out of Texas. I'm just saying.
I feel like since it came out of Texas, it should be disqualified though.
Oh God! Right, come on.
I listen. I'm allowed to say that because I'm free. So, I feel like I'm allowed to say that. So and it wasn't even a Juneteenth joke. It was a Texas joke. So for all the people getting mad, pump the brakes, woosah, relax. Promise you it was a Texas joke.
Say, hey, John Suggs knows where it was invented, or not invented, but where it was originated.
Yo, Jay got a win right now, and he's like, yo, I got a win. He's like, yo, Texas, we did this, bro. We did this.
Hey, listen, man, I'm proud of my state, man. Damn it, we've done lots of great things in our very rich history.
Oh, I'm so good.
Joplin, Missouri.
Joplin in Missouri. Man, David, you're way off, brother.
I would say, people think it's a brand new thing, but no, it's been around forever.
Yeah, 1863 but wasn't recognized until after the Civil War. Yeah.
No, it's been around for a minute.
Yeah, I'm about to get
there, man. Hey, y'all learned something on Unscripted today. I just want you to know, we're in the process of educating people. Texas about to take that loss to East. Tomorrow night in the NCAA. I don't know, man. Texas is looking pretty good right now, John. So I don't know, man. We're looking pretty damn good. I got to be honest with you. So we'll see. I hope Texas takes it. I really do, because we need to bring that title back to the state of Texas. So we'll see what happens, man. Hey, we're at the point now. We're at final thoughts, and I don't have my slide up here anymore. But we're at the point of final thoughts. Anybody? I'm gonna start. We're gonna go round table. Chris, what's your final thoughts, brother?
Excuse me. Good hockey team or hockey game on right now. If you're looking for something to watch on TV, thanks for joining us. And hey, is game 4 tomorrow?
I believe so. It's a 2-game differential, right? In between games.
2 days, but I think this one they moved up to Friday instead of Saturday, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so what they did is the 2 days are in between when they have to travel. So basically, it's every other day. So right now, since it's the two games in Boston, it's yesterday was the
Friday,
game, today's game rest, and then tomorrow.
All right, so
tomorrow night.
So the 2 day rest, that's not going to come into effect until after Game 4 when they have to go back to Golden State. That's when the 2 day the 2 day lapse is gonna be a thing.
We got another.
So
big,
it will be at 9 o'clock
tomorrow.
Eastern. It'll be 9 o'clock Eastern tomorrow night.
Dude, the freaking game yesterday ended at like 11:45. I wanted to kill myself.
Yeah, it's you know what though, man? Every time we get games on the West Coast, I swear, man, I just know the end game's not gonna be over till like 1 o'clock in the morning. When it goes on the East Coast, I'm like, I got a shot to be done by 11, maybe close to midnight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Game don't start till 9. It's usually after midnight.
Rayleigh, Pride. What are your final thoughts, brother?
Appreciate you guys, having me as always. About to get fired too.
I hope you don't. You better not.
I'm gonna get so fired. Dude, he was like, he thought I was gonna hit him. I'm convinced he thought I was gonna hit him. I'm convinced. Like, he just started chiming in, and like, I don't. Maybe it's my fault because the way I stood was not normal. I will say that. And I kind of was speaking like a smartass, as you guys heard. I regret nothing. I'll do it again. I regret nothing. I'll do it again. I hope I see him again next time I work. I'm gonna pop in. I'm about to start picking up out. I'm gonna work 7 days a week. Yo, Pride, can you tell Theo Horford to chill? No. Matter of fact, nah. Listen, I was talking to Al Horford, right? I was like, Al, we're going on a straight up alcohol free. I told him, I was like, we ain't doing nothing. You gonna relax. I told him afterwards, you can get lit, but until then, you gonna wait. You get my marijuana. Yo, he gonna be out of commission for 3 games. Get out of here.
Oh Lord,
dude, I'm trying to win.
Oh
right?
Lord.
I'm trying to win. Listen, if Al Horford want to partake afterwards, it's fine. But until then, I need 100% Al Horford. I need 100% Al Horford. Celtics in 7 as my closing remarks.
You said Theo Horford is a name from now on.
100%. Oh, by the way, that reminds me. Sandra, thank you for reminding me. Al Horford, I'm sorry. Thank you for reminding me. I gotta apologize now every single time.
Logan, final thoughts, brother.
Yeah, like I said, good show tonight, everybody. We'll be back again on Saturday, 8 o'clock, and looking forward to it.
Hey, man, I appreciate Pride. I know you're at work, man. It means a lot every time you come on the show because I know usually you got a lot of things going on and how much I love you and appreciate you, brother.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
And I do mean that with all respect.
Of course. I appreciate it. Thank you for being nice and a kind, gentle soul. I use your.
Hey man, listen, you didn't beat Pride. You didn't beat me up too bad tonight. So I feel like I'm leaving this show, and I don't feel so. My emotional integrity feels pretty good right now.
Logan, am I that abusive?
No, you're good. You're good. I'm messing with you, man. Listen, hey, look, I want to make sure everybody understands, man. Everybody here at Unscripted, I think I can speak pretty good for this. Everybody in Unscripted believes in equality of all fashions. We do, man. Hey, I don't want anybody to take anything away from the show thinking that we don't believe in equality and fairness for everybody. We love everybody, and I want to make sure that is definitely understood. Even though we may have different beliefs, the feeling of acceptance, love, and just equality all over the board, man. I want you guys to know that we all believe that here, and I hope we didn't offend anybody. Hey,
Jay, you're good. Jay, trust me, you're good. We know you didn't mean any malice. Listen, you're a dude who was attracted to Nyla Rose. You get a pass.
That's true, man. Hey,
oh my God.
Bro, I can't live it down. And it's you know whose fault it is? It's Frankie and Logan's fault that all came about. So
thank you,
I got to be honest with you, man. I blame Frankie and Logan about that one.
Is that our combined name,
bro? Frankie and Logan, man, I'm telling you, man. You know what? That's not even the first one, man. They tried the Nyla Rose thing. They got me on the Nyla Rose, and then they tried another female, but transgender. And I said, no, that's a dude. And because I was hesitant, I was very, very hesitant, and I feel like I'm skeptical every time I see a picture of a woman that is presented to me from either Logan or Frankie. I'm always very skeptical because I don't know exactly what they have up their sleeves. I'm just saying. And Logan's quiet because he knows it's true. All right, folks. Hey, man, I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Again, man, I appreciate Rob Scott for stopping by, Chris Gonzo, Logan Landers, Pride from Prideful Takes. I mean, hey, great stuff and great people. And I'm very lucky to have them as friends, colleagues. And, yeah, man, until next time, Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern, we'll be back to reflect on Friday's game and give you all the breakdown of the playoffs and anything else that's sports related. Until next time, we are Unscripted, and we're out of here.
You sure we're out of here, brother?
Are you really sure?
I know, man. My computer.
I don't want to hear any more small talk. Off that short pier, take a long walk. My style ain't free because it ain't off top. I'm at your throat, go get a cough drop. I don't want to hear any more small talk. Off that short pier, take a long walk. My style ain't free because it ain't off top. I'm at your throat, go get a cough drop. It's kush. I love me too much and your brain turn to mush. Fall flat on your tush. You couldn't handle the product I push. I guess I'm just used to it. I just do it. Like Nike swoosh. None of that Reggie Bush cause I'm top shelf. I ain't got wealth, but I'm on my grind like park rails. I'd sell the shoes right off my 2 feet. Then add one, that's a yard sale. Got dumb bars that be smarter than Harvard, Yale. Take your pictures elsewhere. You wanna be TMZ, I wanna be VIP. Quit pandering, I'm not answering cause I don't wanna hear any more small talk. Off that short pier, take a long walk. My style ain't free cause it ain't off top. I'm at your throat, go get a cough drop. I don't wanna hear any more small talk. Off that short pier, take a long walk. My style ain't free cause it ain't off top. I'm at your throat, go get a cough drop. All of that bark and no bite, that's alright. Not everyone can be the big dog. Take a walk, kick rocks. Can't keep me out cause I pick locks.